let's cook. Let's make some stuff. So we're going to make 7 meals that'll feed 4 to 6 people. If you don't want to feed that many people or you want to divide it up, then you can certainly divide it up. You can make the thing and put it in 2 separate bags instead. And I don't think there would be any problem with that. These all seem like they're pretty easy to divvy up. So if you're cooking for 2 to 3 instead, just split it up there. Hi, Sarah. Okay, we are going to start with the easy beef stroganoff. Let's do it. And this one we're actually going to be cooking here. The other meat is going to be left raw in the bags, and you're going to cook that on the day of. You may have seen that in your instructions or may not have. I got to be careful with this. Oh, goodness, I'm pointing it at my hands. Either pointing at myself, pointing at my hands. I'm going to be a disaster. Okay, so I'm going to grab all the ingredients that I need for this and put them over here just so that I have them. So, I left your onions in the bag. Oh, there we go. So, oh, you really did get other onions too, didn't you?
Yeah, I got all kinds of onions.
You did get all kinds of onions. Oh goodness, is that? Let's see. So a medium onion.
That's these ones.
Yeah.
Was it regular onion?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think so.
That's these
So
ones.
medium onion. Got my bag of beef here, easy beef stroganoff.
These were medium regular onions, sweet onions, and red onion.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, so depending on what I wanted.
8 ounces of mushrooms. And 1 can of mushroom soup.
So it called for like, I noticed in the instructions, this is only 284 mils. It was called for a little tiny bit more, but I thought you could always add a little bit of milk rather than a whole nother can, because these are not cheap right now. So
anything that you want, it's pretty.
Yeah, if you wanted it more or creamier or whatever.
It's pretty easy to mix and mash. I don't think you can really mess it up.
Yeah.
They're pretty.
Mine says easy beef, but I picked turkey.
Perfect.
So if it looks a weird color, it's turkey.
Now something round. I think you're right on. So there we go.
And if I know I'm lazy and I'm sitting, everybody, but I'm broken. So I'm just her emotional support animal today. And it's October.
Pretty good. And well, Pepper, I'm going to be showing a bonus product for you. Yes, I know.
Awesome.
So now that I've got everything there, I hope you guys have everything there. Perhaps you've been waiting for me and already have it there. We're going to cut up one of these onions. So I'm just going to wedge it.
And she's cooking and I'm watching. So if you have questions, just post them in the chat and I'll read them out for her.
Trish will be all over this. Or you can just, pop off of mute and
talk to us.
Come right on.
So we feel like there's real people.
Oh my God, I'm going to end up crying already. Okay, so I'm going to chop these up. I have a food chopper that I'm going to use to chop these up. And this saves my life on so many occasions. Chop it up as big or as small as you want. How big or small do you like your onions?
That's good.
Is that
whatever,
good?
yeah. Makes them. I'm easy.
Do you know, I think Pampered Chef introduced the food chopper like when I was born, pretty much.
So my food chopper it's an OG. I want to say it came in my original kit. So like maybe 16 years old. Let's see.
Like that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But I think I'd like to say it was like 1985 or something when it first came out. Like, I could be wrong on that, but it's been around for like ever. Okay, I'm gonna let Dee go in. Better be gentle.
First introduced in 2007.
Beware of dog. 2007?
Pinwheel blades designed to chop or crumble just about anything you could think of while cooking. from ground beef for tacos and scrambled eggs. I put it in, is it? No. Yeah, the food shopper. July 12th. I think that's the, it said ground beef. I think they're talking about the. meat. So this one says, product, first date available, July 12th, 2006. It's a chopping blade, dishwasher safe. So that would have been in my original kit when I bought a kit in 2006. So show the pan.
This is Brilliance. It's non-stick, but feel the non-stick on it.
Ooh,
it's buttery, eh?
It's nice.
Yeah. So these are the
Those are
newest line.
Yeah.
And those come with a 10-year guarantee on them. But they're buttery smooth. You can wash them in the dishwasher, which I think is kind of awesome.
Yeah, so I can make sure there's no comments on this one too.
So medium high heat, we're just gonna throw our meat in there. I'm gonna chop this up with the mix and chop. Oh, I'm black and this is black.
So that was the other one. That's what it was talking about, the pinwheel blade on it.
Yes, so this is a mix and chop, which you can actually find in 1 out of every 34 homes in Canada. There's your random stat.
Random stat, little UFI, right? All right.
Didn't know how nerdy we were getting here today, did you?
No,
but it's like working with 5 spatulas at once. So if you do any kind of ground meat ever, this is like literally the bomb. How much meat? It is 1.5 pounds of the.
Yeah, on my scooter is the actual shopping list too.
Yeah. And so 1.5 pounds of ground beef or lean ground turkey or whatever you would like to.
Yeah, which is if you're doing by the kilograms, there's 454 grams to a pound, I believe.
Oh gosh, you're fancy.
I believe. Someone wants to Google it and tell me for sure, but
I brought her for the math. This was actually Trish's idea.
Yeah, I thought this was awesome. I'm gonna Google it. 400. How many grams in a pound? Oh, Google just gave me a big finger.
Yeah.
How many grams in a pound? Yeah, 453.592. So 454 grams in 1 pound.
Oh, that's funny.
In case you were trying to convert for our kilograms, there's 2.2 pounds per kilogram.
All right. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna throw the onions in there at the same time.
Yeah.
That's good, right?
Let's do it.
So throw the onions in there with your meat, you know. That'll take a little while, I'm sure. And then I'm gonna show another toy. I like toys. You like toys? We like toys.
Be good, ladies.
So this is the cup slicer. Pretty wicked little thing.
I know.
So I'm gonna chop up the mushrooms with this. It's awesome for like mushrooms or strawberries or anything that's fairly soft. It doesn't have a really sharp blade on the bottom. If you want to like touch up there. Yeah.
It reminds me of like the it's like 5 little blades and it rolls.
Okay. It's enough so like I don't worry if my kids are using it that they're gonna cut themselves on it, but it's effective enough that it'll chop other things. So
you add your onions to the meat. Yes, we did.
yes, we added the onions in there. And then we're gonna slice up our mushrooms while the ground whatever kind of animal is in there.
Or non-animal, I guess, if you wanted.
Yeah, well, yeah, you can go like beyond.
Are they allowed to call it meat anymore? Is it Beyond Meat? I think that's the brand name, Beyond Meat.
Yeah, I think so.
And then, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because they had a little thing where they weren't allowed to call non-meat meat, and I don't know.
Whatever it is, I don't eat it, so
Yeah.
it's not my thing.
Yeah.
I'm all about eating the animals, but if you're not, then cool. So the way the cup slicer works is that you just.
That's amazing.
You want to try?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here.
Yeah, I do. I can reach.
Can you reach?
Yeah. Oh wait, how did you do it? This way?
Sure.
Okay, well, it's not Trish proof.
It's not fish proof. Try again.
But it's good.
Try again, man.
Yeah.
Try again.
There we go.
No,
Well, and
eventually it'll.
Oh,
push
I
up.
just had to push quicker.
Yeah.
Bam, bam, bam. Get
Do
your
it
aggression.
like, do it like authority.
Get your aggression. Yeah, be like, take that. Just like that.
But it's fun. Like, you see the kids
That's
like
pretty
it, like-
awesome. Actually, yeah, that's pretty awesome. And it's all in the cup, which is
It's all in the
amazing.
cup, and then you can just, you put it onto the gray thing and it pushes up the last little bit that's in
amazing.
there. So I'm actually just gonna put it right into there.
That
'Cause
is so cool.
actually, we're gonna be mixing this all. We're gonna be mixing this all into its own little bowl anyway. So let's see. Mushrooms, throwing in there.
I probably have more mushrooms than needed
You like
because I really like mushrooms.
Isn't
So
that
I
good?
usually like measure out, your amount of mushrooms and then I'll throw a few extra too.
And that's just it. Like, if you're, some things you just gotta measure with your heart.
And we had the debate of, in case you're wondering, washing versus peeling versus brushing, and I opted for just dirty girl version, and they're getting cooked anyway, so don't mind me. I hate slimy mushrooms. I like them fresh, so
Yeah, I asked if she wanted them washed and she looked at me like I had 3 heads.
Yeah.
Like, don't ruin
No.
my mushrooms.
yeah. So everything else, yes, mushrooms. I know, and you don't have to tell me where they grow. I'm perfectly well aware of where they grow.
It's her meal, man. It's
Yeah.
her meal. I don't want to hear anything
I know,
afterwards.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, my belly.
Yeah.
It'll be okay.
So we're gonna do can of mushroom soup.
So basically, what would happen is, this would be in the bag frozen, I guess. Well, we cook it first, but it would be all in the bag frozen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're just going to like cook the ground beef with the onions, because otherwise, if you cook all this at the same time, it's gonna kind of end up
Get
really.
wet.
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of nasty. So we're just gonna cook up the ground beef first, and then we're gonna freeze it all, and
Yep.
then it'll be perfect.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Because twice cooked mushrooms get a little soggy and gross, so
See, so we're throwing in an extra step, but
it's okay.
it's for the good.
Yep.
No sense in having something in the freezer if you're never gonna want to,
Oh, yeah,
eat
absolutely.
it.
And so easy. Just haul it out and throw it in the pan. So easy.
So, do you have this?
The can opener, I do not. I have
Really?
an electric one. I know. Yeah.
It's got no sharp edges on it. It's plain
Which is nice, yeah.
same. And then it's got like, I call it the little bird beak. It's got a button on the side of it. So let's go a little bird beak. Boop.
Look at that.
Mhm.
No, I'm so old school when it comes to that. Electric can.
Good.
But you know what, that it's so super easy too, and a big handle. So the reason I got the electric one was a carpal tunnel surgery. Before I had it, I couldn't, to use a can opener was really hard, but
Yeah,
those ones are really easy and they have a nice big handle. So
I'm actually gonna put this instead of in there. I'm gonna throw this right in the bag
yeah, absolutely.
because
Let's do it.
there is wheat in the soup.
Yeah,
Soup.
so
There
don't put
are brands of cream mushroom that have no wheat in them, but
Don't put it in the bowl.
no. So we're just gonna like.
Yeah.
Go at it this way. I figured you wouldn't be insulted by
Not
that.
at all.
I'm not even gonna recycle that. I'm just going.
No.
Perfect. There we go.
Easy.
Yeah. And what else do we need? Half a cup of water.
Oh, you know what you could have done? Could have just used half the can.
Oh, is that? Well, it's in the garbage
Yeah.
now.
Because it was 243 mils, wasn't it? 250 mils is a cup.
You're smart. And that would have gotten more out of the
Can.
can.
Yeah. But check out the measuring cup.
Oh, yes. Measuring cup. These are the easy read measuring cups. And if you're somebody that's measuring liquid, maybe you're measuring liquid right now and you're getting down and you're checking and you're going like this, wondering if you had the right measurement. These may be for you because they have the measurement right there.
Yeah, so you can just look straight on and it tells you exactly where it is.
So
which
you
is
just
awesome.
pour and then you can see it. And it doesn't sound like an amazing thing until you do it. And then you're like, ooh,
yeah,
well, that was nice.
much better than having
Yeah.
to swap or hold it up really steady and hope that it's at the right level.
Yeah, because you just
It's not ever.
no, you just
Yeah.
don't want that. So that makes it really, really, really easy for the liquid measures. So we're gonna throw in 3 onion rub. Have you tried this one?
Not yet.
No. Nor have I.
Wow. Look at this, both of us.
I hear it's really good. Just
Oh, it
kind of.
smells good. It reminds me of like the old school onion chip dip. Do you remember like the Philadelphia one, like with the brown label? Come on, where's my older ladies? Someone must remember
Yeah.
the Philadelphia chip dip with the brown, the onion Philadelphia chip dip. Maybe, maybe not. Am I aging myself here? Maybe.
You're so pretty.
Yeah.
I love you.
Thanks.
Yeah. So we're
That
gonna
was yes.
we're gonna use 2 tablespoons of this.
And look, it fits right in the container. How many times do you try and shove something in the containers and it doesn't fit? So what I like about these measuring spoons is they're long.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they always fit into, like, I haven't found a spice jar that they don't fit into yet. And then this is my favorite part though, and maybe I'm just really nerdy this way, but and the measuring cups do the same thing. Whereas if they're all separated and they go like flopping around your drawer, that's kind of annoying and you're looking for the right measure. These ones go and
Yeah. But you know what the best thing is if you have to use the one in the middle, they still snap together. And there's no annoying ring. So you know how they're all attached by a ring. So if you use one, you have to wash them all or try and get it off the ring. This one doesn't. You take out the one you need, you snap them back together. And then when you clean them, you just put it back into the spot that it belongs to.
and
Easy.
I always like throw out the ring. I would always throw out the ring
Yeah.
immediately
It's
because
such a
I'm
pain.
like,
But
I
then
hate
if they're
that
only
thing.
attached by the ring, they're all over your drawer.
Yeah.
Just a pain in the arse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they always drove me crazy. Right.
Oh, see, I've got 2 people in here with love.
Yeah.
And, yeah. 2 people on the Facebook one. Is it coming up here for Facebook too? No, it's not an American thing. It's Canadian. But there are, maybe you're not old enough. Now I'm gonna have to go to Superstore and see if Philadelphia still makes it.
Yeah. Might have to.
I know. Let me see if I can find a picture over.
All right. Are you okay with me like guesstimating?
Do whatever. Yeah,
So-
crack some pepper in there.
Yeah. So these are salt and pepper shaker thingamajiggers. I'm gonna go and say that's probably about a 1/4 teaspoon. We're going with that. I think it's okay. Okay.
There is. See? That's it there.
So we're going to just, if you have a bowl that you're putting this into, you're not going to have to wait for this to cool quite as much. We're going to have to wait for it.
Yeah, see, now I got some love. See,
Are they loving your dip?
they know it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you guys hear no more Kleenex in Canada? Kleenex brands. They're pulling out. Too expensive, apparently, to pack a truck full of air and ship it to Canada. That's what they said.
Pack full of.
It's a truck full of air, because they said the Kleenex weighs so little, they don't get their full shipping weight in. And so that was one of the reasons, is that the profit margins are so slim that to pack a truck full of Kleenex brand Kleenex and ship it to stores, it was not economically feasible.
Well, you know what? My kids use my pant leg all the time and they seem very happy.
Right?
With it.
Who
So
cares? It's
maybe,
a little snot among friends.
yeah, maybe that's just
Yeah.
going to become the new thing.
Okay. Long sleeves for everybody.
Delissio pizza. Too.
Yeah, Delissio Pizza,
Oh, wow.
Kleenex, Lean Cuisine, I think, and Stouffer's.
Ah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But they also make Royale tissue. So apparently there's still a business in toilet paper, just not Kleenex. So now you just have to use toilet paper to wipe your nose.
Well, that's
Whatever.
That's kind of fascinating.
Yeah. Weird, right?
Yep.
So
Strange
probably
things.
send it somewhere like Hershey did, and they'll go down to Mexico and make it down there and ship it to the States.
How are you guys doing on this so far? Everybody putting together their thing? Yeah. What's wrong with CP?
Oh, it's on back order. Yeah. Oof. Well, that yeah, that would suck.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna put this over here right now just to, sit. I think that's probably gonna end up being like first made and last packaged for us.
Yeah,
just 'cause
it'll
we're-
cool down,
just
so it
'cause we're
doesn't
gonna
cook
let
the
that
food.
cool down.
Yeah,
If
so
you're in
if
the
you're-
same situation, like.
Yeah,
that's-
if you're cooking meat and you're putting it into a freezer bag or anything, make sure you let it completely cool, because then you're introducing warm into a bag that could potentially be sealed. So maybe a little bit of bacteria might grow and the soup might partially cook. It's a cream base. So you just want to make sure it's completely cool before you chuck it in a bag and chuck it in the freezer.
So we're just gonna do. First cooked,
Alright.
last
But
packaged.
show them the pan, how it's not stuck. Look,
Oh, yeah, there's no,
check it out.
there's
nothing.
there's
Look at
nothing
that.
stuck in there.
That's
Like,
amazing.
you can flip eggs, you can do whatever, like it is. For the non-stick, it is absolutely buttery.
Yeah, and versatile, because it's really hard to find a nice saucepan with a lid too right now, like to get
Yeah.
a good lid.
No,
Yeah,
that's nice, the lid, and I can't get, I love that it's dishwasher, like
yeah.
non-stick that
Well,
comes with a dishwasher.
I don't own a dishwasher. No, I don't own a dishwasher.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness, I heard a little for you. Everything I have, I'm like, good.
No, we got rid of our
Dishwasher.
dishwasher when Brady was like 3 or 4 years old, so
Oh, my goodness.
I don't know, 15 years ago. We haven't had one since.
I'm going to start getting stuff ready for the next one. Where? Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Double onion burgers. So for the double onion burgers, I'm bringing over. I got 2 pounds of ground beef. I will take 2 sweet onions.
That will be the sweet onion.
Ooh, lovely. And we need 3 slices of bread. I
That's
have
you,
one.
yes. So I didn't bring my own bread because Caitlin can't have gluten in her house. So if it seems like I'm just watching all the time, it's well, because I am. But yeah, but I didn't bring any of my things just for that reason. And I'm totally okay with gluten-free bread, so.
Yeah, you won't even notice.
No, you don't
the
notice the
burgers.
difference.
And it's for this recipe, you're actually putting bread into the burgers rather than using breadcrumbs, because you pay so much more for breadcrumbs, especially like gluten-free. I think it's $9
It's ridiculous.
for a bag of breadcrumbs. I could make probably 6 of those bags of breadcrumbs with this
And
for $4.99.
Honestly, if you really wanted, if you felt like you needed toasted crumbs, you could probably make croutons and put them in your air fryer. Pampered Chef air fryer, and imagine you could bake them in there or toast them and then crumble them if you really felt you needed crumbs.
Yeah, I often will just save the heels of my bread, and those become my crumbs, those become my croutons. Then I just put them all in the freezer until I'm ready to do something with them. There's so many like little tied up bags of bread in my freezer. It's kind of ridiculous. Okay, so 3 slices of bread. I've got my garlic oil, which I'm excited for you to smell this.
Yes.
This is like one of the things I'm absolutely in love with. If they ever stop making it, I'm going to be terribly depressed because it is just phenomenal.
Well, that, and I love the pineapple rum, what's it called? Like the jar of pineapple rum stuff.
The pineapple rum sauce. Like,
sauce, pineapple rum stuff. Yeah.
But it's not like I bought like
that smells delicious. You know what that'd be really good with too? A little bit of that and a little bit of balsamic and like some bread, or like, you know how people have like a little dipping party when they have like they chop up different breads and oils, and that would be delicious with
like,
a little bit of balsamic and
that one goes a long way.
Beautiful.
To dehydrate the bread.
Yeah.
No, that's so smart. Like definitely smart.
Oh yeah. See,
I got a mission for you.
for me, what?
So I am going to get you to tear up those slices of bread and throw them in there.
How big, how little? Doesn't say, just says tear.
Just tear them up. We're gonna like mush them up with we're supposed to kind of, I think, maybe use your hands a little bit. I'm gonna use the mix and chop again and just like
sounds good.
Go at it that way. So
I wonder if you could, if this was a little bit stale, if you could put it in your Pampered Chef manual food processor.
I don't find
if it was toasted?
I don't find it works for me.
No, okay.
But I don't know.
Like I wonder if it was toasted a bit first.
Maybe,
you know?
but we're gonna put milk in with it, and
So it'll
then
be a
it's
soupy, yeah,
it's
okay.
gonna become like kind of a goopy mess.
Yeah.
We're gonna turn the bread into a goopy mess.
Okay.
Doesn't that sound attractive?
Perfect.
I know.
Awesome. Yeah. I also did not bring milk,
That's okay.
just
I have some.
because, yeah.
Yeah. No, I have it.
Yeah.
I have it. You're good. So I'm gonna chop up these onions with this. Yes, I should.
This is my new favorite thing. So Caitlin talked me into buying this because I cut myself. Yeah, I really just can't be trusted.
No.
So this is amazing because you can make French fries and julienne vegetables, but you can also make little tiny home fries if you cut the French fries twice. You cut them long and then you put them back in long ways and then you chop it again and it makes really nice little cubes for breakfast potatoes too.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
That's very smart. You got the tricks, man.
I know. Just call me awesome.
Yeah. You definitely got the tricks.
Look, I'm all for saving $1. So if you can do it cheaper, like Brady loves sweet potato fries in the
Yeah.
air fryer. And so I don't know if you guys all know, Caitlin and I made a bet and I lost. I had the OG Actifry with the paddle and the little tray on top, and it was kind of hard to cook things. And I honestly don't think, besides like fried pepperoni or the odd snacks, I'd never really cooked anything in my air fryer that wasn't just snacks, because it just wasn't really practical. But it was an OG. It's like when they very first came out. And I said, well, I'll hold a party, and if I get enough to get an air fryer for free, I will switch. Anyway, it was $50, well worth it. We're in love with it. I so far have cooked 2 whole chickens in it. 45 minutes for a little like little chicken bird. Like, I don't know. He was as big as he could get to get in there. So
Yeah.
I don't know how much it weighed, but it was big. It was about that big. And we cooked 2 of them in an hour and a half and ripped them all apart for Brady to make like fajitas and sandwiches and wraps. And so really for 45 minutes, you have a whole chicken prepped that you can have legs and wings and then meat for whatever, which was pretty awesome.
I was about to cut your onions into French fries, which would have been
Onion fries.
which would have been a little special.
Yeah.
So the rapid prep mandolin, it's great because you don't cut off your finger. Well, your thumb. It's
Yeah.
always your thumb with
Always
the
your thumb.
mandolin. But all the dials for the blades and switching out the stuff is all in the back. And then you drop it in here. And what makes it so safe is you're bringing the food to the blade rather than your hand to the blade. And that very subtle difference is what prevents the injuries, because I'm not allowed to use them.
No, I shocked myself a few times. And there's nothing worse than if you're cooking and then you're like, wow, my thumb is in there.
Yeah, well, that's cannibalism. You don't
Right?
eat that.
You don't eat your thumb. Can't eat it.
No, you can't eat that. You should, I mean, you could, but
Yeah.
like, that's a little difficult to explain. Feel like,
And then like the moral dilemma of once you pick it out, if it's just your family or, you know, you start all over. Can you serve that to somebody?
so if you don't have a mandolin, you can obviously,
Well, yeah.
slice your onions.
Yeah.
That's fine too.
Or use a chopper if you just want little pieces. You don't, you know.
Yeah, like it all
Yeah.
goes to the same place. It's all the same flavors. So secrets in the sauce.
Right? Yeah. So now's when we find out whose houses we aren't eating at, right?
That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Okay. So I'm gonna go get the milk because somehow I missed that on my own list. You're all right with almond milk?
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely. 100%.
Good.
Have you tried the new maple almond milk for coffee?
No.
It's really good.
What brand is it?
Silk, I think it was Silk. I got a Gateway.
That sounds.
It was like
sounds
$1,
really good.
and I thought, well, I'm gonna try it. And because some maple things are good, some maple things are gross.
Yeah.
And it was, it's just a little one, and is coffee creamer, almond milk, and it was maple flavors, really good.
Awesome.
And it froths really good in like a,
That sounds delicious.
yes, in my coffee thing.
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
I might be all over that.
Yeah.
So 1/2 cup of milk, throwing it in with the breadcrumbs to help make it a goopy mess. That's what everybody wants, right?
Always.
Everybody wants a goopy mess.
It's a mess.
And then I'm gonna put, let's see, what does it say? 3 tablespoons of the 3 onion rub in there. You're gonna be smelling awesome after this. So
Mhm.
1, 2. And
And
well,
good enough.
guess we're finishing her off.
All right.
There we go. Sometimes close enough is close enough.
Close enough.
I'm gonna use this same thing to like goop her up, unless you want to goop her up.
No, I don't
You want to goop her?
Sure.
I'll let you
I can
goop
do
her.
that and you can keep
Yeah,
going.
you
Yeah,
goop her.
okay, I'll go.
Yeah.
Oh, it smells like Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does smell good.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It smells so good. Too bad they didn't have smell-o-vision.
Yeah.
It smells so good. Okay.
That's funny.
All right.
So mix with bread until it's smooth paste form.
Whoa.
And it might take you a little while where it's gluten free. And honestly,
Yeah.
when I did it, there was still little
Yeah,
pieces,
because I think we might still have some, we'll end up having some chunks, bro.
and that's okay too.
Yeah.
Like chunks are
Nothing wrong with chunks.
no, chunks are okay. So I had chunks in mine, and when it was cooked, you never knew that there was chunks. Nobody told me that
Your burgers were chunky.
that my burgers were chunky. And we're just throwing this right in there with that. Once it's, once it is mushy squishy to your satisfaction,
I think we're good.
then you can
It sounds, yeah.
just dump
Tuck
that
it in
there. There we go.
and mix it.
Yep.
Again, more.
Mhm. And I'm just looking for my scoop. Because I don't really like playing with meat very much.
You know what the good thing about using this too is you can scrape the sides of the bowl with it while you're mixing.
And if
So
you need a scraper, I got a scraper.
No,
there.
it
I
just
got
works
plenty of
awesome.
scrapers, like. And that mixing top, that's one of the things that you want.
that is on my
Yeah.
list. It's on my list. I'm gonna order it.
So I thought it's best if you get to play with it.
Yep.
'Cause then, you know whether you actually want it or
Oh, well, I already knew I wanted it. but
if I just made it look good somehow.
You make everything look good.
It's too funny.
We lose anybody yet? Anybody quit yet? Doesn't look like it.
So. These onions. Actually just going to. The onions go in their own bag. After the onions are, sliced, they're going in their own bag.
So if anybody's wondering what size gallon, quart, etc., a gallon is like 3.8 liters. And the quart was like, it's like a quart of milk or a liter of milk.
So I'm putting a tablespoon
Yep.
of garlic oil. If you don't have garlic oil, I'm pretty sure you could just put like a tablespoon of oil and
yeah.
like maybe a clove of garlic. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Because really you can play with that. So this stuff is awesome. Actually, it's my favorite for making when I do French fries. I put just a tablespoon of the garlic oil on them.
Ooh,
And a little bit of the seasoning.
I was
salt.
just gonna say some seasoning salt.
Yeah, seasoning salt and that, and it is
Nice.
just
So fun fact, our superstore out here in Elmsdale no longer carries seasoning salt, but Pampered Chef does, so. Here,
and the Pampered Chef seasoning salt is actually MSG free.
it is.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
It's really good. So I can actually eat it. It's dairy free, it's soy free.
Yeah, because I don't know if you're someone that gets chronic headaches a lot, too much MSG can absolutely add to that. Inflammation, all kinds of things. It's not the
Yeah.
best for you
No.
in a lot of our products, and it's.
I wish it just gave me headaches. That
Yeah,
would be lovely.
well,
If it just gave me headaches, I would be all over it. It'd be like MSG me up because
Yeah.
I would love to have a burrito again.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think.
you good?
I think so.
Okay. So. We got. some
So in case you're
grilled
wondering,
onions.
it's all mixed in, so it's all together. I feel like we need to show you everything as we're.
I'm gonna just put a prep mat
Yep.
on there.
Yeah, because you're, yeah. it
'Cause
will
I,
meat and-
yeah, I don't really want to have meat on there, but there's these prep mats, they're flexible, they'll fit on your cutting board and then you can use the same surface
Yeah.
and
Which is cool.
yeah, so that I don't really have to move. I just
Right.
have like my station, I'm good to go. So
It's delicious.
seasoning salt, Yeah.
I'm assuming that's what she
Yeah.
meant, seasoning salt.
So I'm gonna use this to put together the burgers, which I know you were excited to see.
I know. So I bought one and I haven't used it yet. Because I watched her use it. And now I'm watching her using it again. Maybe I'll use mine. I just haven't made it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's the burger and slider press. It's got a flexible bottom to help you, push her out. There's also an insert that you can do sliders with it. So if you push on this end, slider, you push on this end, burger. And it has a dimple maker on the top of it. And a dimple will actually make you have your burgers cook flat rather than just having this
Baseball.
weird ball of meat.
Yeah.
I hate weird ball of meat burgers. Sorry if you make weird ball of meat burgers. I didn't mean to insult them. But you want to just, grease her up a little bit, which some people are uncomfortable with this step. But I'm like, well, I don't eat a burger because it was like
Healthy.
the healthiest choice of the day. Not
Yeah.
that they're bad, but like having a little fat here and there.
That's good for your good fat.
It is not
Yeah.
bad. Like I have avocado oil in there. That's what I use for everything. Like I'm perfectly at peace with that.
Yeah.
Like I don't see there's anything wrong with that. I have this, it's the extra large scoop.
Okay.
And each scoop is a quarter cup.
Okay. Perfect. Quarter cup.
So 2 scoops will make a perfect burger, supposedly. So I trust its judgment
Let's
because
do it.
I just don't like touching the meat.
Looks pretty perfect. You want me to do this part? You want me to do it?
No,
I can
okay.
stand up and do it.
That's okay.
You put it out and I'll lift it up.
There we go.
Where are you putting the burgers?
We are going to put them inside of freezer bags. If you want to, we can reuse that freezer bag because it just had
Might as well. It's the same and it's
It
already
just-
labeled.
it just had burger in it
Okay.
anyway. Here, I'll move this out of the way.
All right. I should have brought parchment paper. So what I like to do.
Oh, I do have parchment paper.
When I make frozen burgers.
Do you want some parchment paper?
How many burgers do you think we're making? So what I do is, you haven't touched meat. You want to rip a strip off like about this wide and then just rip it in like 3. Yeah. And then, so what I usually do is I'll put a little piece of parchment paper in between my burgers before I freeze them. That way, if for some reason I don't want all the burgers that are in the pack, that's fine, because we cook our burgers frozen.
I think I put them in 2 bags. I think
Okay.
it's what I put them in. Yeah, so 4 patties per bag is what it says.
Okay.
2 freezer bags.
Well, I'm probably just gonna shove them all in the same
Yeah,
bag.
that's okay.
And then I just put a little tiny slip of parchment paper in between them, and you really don't need much. It's just enough that you can get a little knife underneath the
I'll tell you,
peel
this
and
is the way that John likes to do his. He goes push, push, push up here.
then upside down.
Yeah.
Uh,
Are we sticking? Are we sticking? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
uh-oh.
My problems.
Yeah, I'm not coordinated. I would so drop my burger. I don't know how he does it. How does he do it that way?
Whoop.
How?
May I present to you
Oh,
a
yeah.
burger patty?
No, I would totally drop it.
I'm gonna throw a little more.
And we don't have the 5-second rule in our house because I have 2 Labrador retrievers. It's more like whoever gets to it first in my house.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's like having a personal Roomba. You don't even have to like plug in coordinates. The dogs are just there. We just eat it, all of it, every bit of it. Even the lettuce, but not mushrooms. They will not eat lettuce. Yeah, they love, like, if we're cutting romaine lettuce, I'll cut the crappy end off and then give them like the last little bit, and maybe it's the crunch. I don't know, but they love it.
There you go.
There we go. Yeah, weirdos.
So if your burgers look like they're kind of like big and flat, that's the right way that they should be, because you want them to big and flat with a dimple in the middle, because dimples are cute, right? Okay, might have overstepped that a little. We'll see.
Oh, that's good.
But this thing's it's so easy to use.
And they're all the
Like,
same size, which is nice. You don't have to worry about like, is this one cooked? Is that one cooked? Is this one cooked? They're all the same size.
Yep. Well, stuck a little there, but it's still okay. Can we just turn it over in your hand?
There we go.
Here we go.
There we
Did
go.
it stay? Did it not stay?
Nope, it's good.
Okay.
Good.
All right, perfect, perfect. Oh, you were brave going on.
So if anyone was wondering, I bought every single thing on the list that we needed, and it was $107, and I bought it all at Superstore. So I didn't, because I'm like not the mobilist right now, I didn't 50% off shop or cheapest place shop or anything like that. So that was all just regular price, pay what it was, take it or leave it type deal. So it was $107 is what all of the stuff I bought.
When you look at it all after, you're gonna be like,
I know. Well, when you think it's a week's worth of meals, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like, well, you're gonna look at it, you're gonna be like, well, that's a lot of food.
Yeah. Do you want me to put it back in there for you?
Yeah, I'm just gonna grease that. I'm gonna grease that puppy back up. I was not gonna fight with that.
No,
Gotta choose your battles. in
work
life.
smart, not hard.
Yeah. Gotta choose your battles, and mine's not going to be with a
Not today,
burger press.
Not today.
No. Oh, you don't mind touching that at all.
Oh, I don't
do you?
care. Yeah. Oh, and I also use boneless, skinless chicken thighs and boneless, skinless chicken breasts. I mixed it up a little bit, so it wasn't all the same meat. Yeah. There we go.
You were doing that really slick.
Yeah, I practice.
Yeah, I'm like, you've done this.
That's why I bought the burger press, because I like making my own burgers,
Yeah.
because then I know what's in them, and then you can add different things. So sometimes I'll add barbecue sauce and egg, and sometimes I'll just add cheese chunks or bits of onion, or it's all kinds of like crazy things you can add to your burgers. Chunks of garlic if you want, like you can mince up garlic and put garlic in there, like
Well, why not?
yeah, all kinds of things.
Get creative with
Yeah.
it. I mean, we do a lot of the, made from scratch here as well. And
Yeah.
although I gotta say, usually we'll do up like a bunch of burgers at a time, and then we just cook them all up and just eat them for days.
I think is it Carly or Charlie? She said uses parchment paper too for the same reason.
Nice.
Burgers will stick. Yeah.
Smart.
Or maybe Charlene. I don't know. People, your Facebook, like mine just says Trish. So if I get your name wrong, I'm sorry.
It's all good.
I'm using pork for the stir fry.
Nice.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's nice to switch it up.
And I think that'll work perfect. I think that stir fry is actually gonna go really well with pork.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And the good thing about this meal prep menu, I was noticing, is that if you wanted to make it for a week and then you wanted to switch up your proteins, you could do it really easily. And you'd have 2 weeks worth of food, different proteins, and even switch up a spice if you wanted to.
Yeah, because I mean, really, like any rub, you can just use a different rub. If you're like, no, man, we don't do onion. Okay, well,
Yeah.
What do you do?
Yeah.
If you do something else, do something else. Use your favorite one.
Yeah.
And so, like the measurements are probably going to be pretty well.
Oh, that was the right pronunciation. Oh, Carly or Charlie or Char. I'm not sure. I said all three of them.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm sorry, man. I probably butchered it. It'll be okay.
Yes.
It meant well, as long as you mean well.
And these burgers, we actually ended up taking this recipe with us. We were going to a barbecue.
Yeah.
We're like, perfect.
Perfect.
Like we are
Yeah.
already all set for a barbecue. We
And
didn't
you're
have
all
to do
set for
anything else.
anything. So as long as they eat meat, really, unless they can't have what was it, well, really nothing like
There's
onion,
not-
I guess, or
Yeah.
but
There's not much.
there's not much. Yeah. Not much in here that if,
No. Yeah, fairly.
I mean, let's get real. If you can have it, chances are,
Yeah.
right? So if anyone's counting, we're at 8 burgers right now.
And they're good sized burgers.
Yeah.
Like
It'll be like the regular burger bun, not the little tiny, like, not sliders, but like, the little like 8-pack of little burger buns, or you get like the Delicio burger buns. So I think these will be a fair size. So that's good.
It's like, sometimes, you know, you make a recipe and it says it's gonna feed 4 to 6 people and it actually feeds like two, and then you're like, I feel judged by this recipe.
Right?
Have you been there?
Yeah, well, I have an 18-year-old son too,
Yeah,
so. But yeah, I look and I'm like, this feeds a person, not this person.
yeah, I'm like, who are you feeding?
Yeah.
Oh, oh.
Shake her, shake it. There you
I
go.
think it's all right. Just give
It's
her a
like a
little,
little,
little pat, and I think she'll be all right.
Oh no, we're good, it's still stuff.
Okay, perfect.
So I think it looks like 10 burgers.
That's pretty awesome,
Yeah.
because those are good sized.
Looks like half pounders.
Yeah.
It's not, they're not that big. I'll show you the
They're-
last one. They're like,
They're half cuppers.
they are half cuppers. I would say like maybe a quarter pounder burger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No,
would be a
these
good-
are-
Yeah,
like they'll be good, thick homemade burgers, but they're not gonna be like, you
Yeah.
know. Dude, I got like that
Oh, yeah.
awkward amount of meat at the
throw it
bottom.
in there, we'll have like a big patty.
You want to
Yeah.
have like a giant one?
Yeah.
All
we'll do
right,
that.
here we go for the grandpa
The
burger.
grandpa burger.
That's what it is, the A&W, right? The
Yeah,
big one?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like grandma burger, grandpa burger. I
Yeah.
think grandpa's the big one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, grandfathers just always tend to have like this amazing appetite.
right? Oh, look at that bad boy. That might be the, yeah, that might be the big one. That's a big one.
I feel like it
All right.
deserves like.
Yeah, that one's heavy.
Yeah, that one deserves
right.
its own theme song. It really truly does.
So here we are in the bag,
Awesome.
and
And we are going to take these little print off things.
so it's all packed up nice and neat. 10, oh, that's not on the screen. 10 burgers.
So,
And onions.
yeah, so we're gonna throw that. You okay?
Yeah, I washed my hands.
What do you need? Oh, God. Don't
I made
break.
it.
Don't break.
I won't break.
Okay. You promise?
Yeah, I didn't want to use my scooter because then I get hammered all over my handlebars.
So I'm gonna put all of this stuff into one bag.
It should all go in there.
Oh, yes. We'll get her in. Inch by inch. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Yeah. I might just see if I can squeeze just a little.
Yeah,
more
you
air
can get some air out of
it.
It kind of works, then you can slip this in between
Then,
and you can
yes,
slip it in between.
then you can see what it is.
Yeah, and you don't have to worry about, and you know how like sometimes your Sharpie comes off? In the,
Did you want me to write on the front of it, or you?
I don't think you need to,
No?
it says right there in the wrapper,
Awesome.
and it's all, look at that, look. All
Isn't
done,
that
look
cute?
at that,
That's
how pretty
pretty.
is that?
So that's why like one of the freezer bags is just to put all of the freezer bags in so that it's all together. You have your instruction list there for day of, and then you know what's going on.
Uncle burgers are a perfect size.
No onions for our house. Yeah,
Yeah.
but if you do something else other than.
Yeah, you don't even have to put the onions in at all if you don't want
No.
to, yeah.
No.
You could put anything in there that you wanted to put in there. It could even be peppers or mushrooms or like whatever, or nothing. It
The
could just-
onions are just to have they're just gonna be used as a topping.
Yeah.
On the burger. That's why
Yeah.
they're double onion burgers, is because there's the 3 onion in the burger, and then there's the onions with the garlic on top. And the
Mhm.
onions with the garlic is a nice touch on
Yeah.
it, I do have to say. So there's the double onion burgers.
Okay,
Now let's gather some stuff for this next one, shall we?
alrighty,
All
what's
right.
next?
So we are gonna do the roasted pork and apples.
Sounds good.
So big bag, we're gonna use, let's see, so we need our pork.
So I did buy pork loin.
I used pork chops,
Yeah.
actually, when I did mine.
But yeah, you could use pork chops. So
Yeah, you could use pork chops.
whatever you
Just
want.
get yourself a couple pounds of pork. It really doesn't matter like what kind of form it's in. It's going to be fine. It might affect cook times, and that's about it.
I found the cheapest, when I looked at all of it, was the pork loin pre-packaged in the sealed up one, like when you buy like a bag of meat, versus the one that's processed there at Superstore.
And your onion. We need your
Red.
we need your onion. Okay, so cut in half lengthwise. So some of the stuff I just kind of, because they're not my recipes originally, they're my their recipes kind of modified to suit my needs. So,
and I don't know if you noticed, but like the handy dandy little, kind of your waste in the end. So it's not all over your counter or on your cutting board, or you're not trying to have a green bin up there or a box or paper, or you just scoop it in.
Yeah.
It should be in.
There's my scrap dish. Some people are really good and use their scraps to make
Stock. Yeah.
I don't. I throw it in the composter, but this keeps it from going all over my counter, because otherwise this would be all over my counter. And I know myself. I know my strengths, I know my shortcomings, and keeping a clean countertop is just not one of them.
Me neither. I'm a disaster.
But this does it.
Yeah.
And if you're somebody who doesn't have much space in a kitchen, this will do it, right? So that's kind of nice. Let's see. So what else do I need here? Balsamic vinegar. I need my garlic oil. I think you're gonna like this. Have you smelled this?
Yes, I have that one.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. Love that one.
Yeah.
It's really good for dip too.
Really?
To make dip.
Huh.
Yeah, a little bit of sour cream if you want, or you can mix like sour cream, or you can use mayonnaise, or mix the two together, or however you want to make your base.
Yeah. And
a little bit of that in there, and it's actually really good with like pretzels, or like those pretzel chips from Costco. You can't eat them, but they're like a pretzel flattened, like someone smushed a pretzel and made it a chip.
I was actually really excited because President's Choice makes a pretzel that is gluten-free, soy-free, dairy-free.
How's it taste?
It's good.
Good.
You want to try some?
Yeah.
I got them. Yeah.
So, and the other thing that this is good for too, this rosemary herb, is if you're making bread, if you make your own bread, it's really good in that too. Yeah. Oh, see, so you could make the dip, and then you could make. Let's give it a try.
Yeah.
Taste testers. So all of you gluten-free people out there.
Yeah, so taste them, let me know, because I mean, I've been gluten-free for a little while now, so I might be immune to
what's good and what's not.
Yeah.
They look like real pretzels. And here we go. They're good. They taste like a real pretzel. I wouldn't know the difference.
That's
if
good,
you put
eh?
these in front of me, I wouldn't know the difference.
And like the bag is ginormous, and
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's about $7.
That's not bad.
No, like that's
Yeah.
not bad. I don't even think for pretzels, let alone for gluten-free pretzels. I was pretty impressed by it. So,
I wouldn't even know the difference.
No.
That's good. Okay.
So this, it says quartered
Okay.
and then cut in half lengthwise.
So I'm assuming that way,
That way.
lengthwise, long ways.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see where I.
Really, I don't think it would matter.
No, I don't think so either.
Why didn't they just say like cut it in eighths instead of
I
quarters?
don't know. They said use the veggie wedger with it.
Oh,
Whatever.
oh,
Whatever. I'm just.
oh, you know what? Veggie wedger, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Well, that's the apple wedger.
Oh, that's
I'm gonna
the
use
apple.
that one for these.
That's 10 though, so.
So one of these large bags, I'm gonna add onions to it. There we go. And
What is the name of this spice? Oh, it's this one. It's rosemary herb.
rosemary herb. And it is so good. Like if you happen to have bought this one, I think that would go so well with even like turkey and stuff like that. Smell.
It's delicious. It smells so good.
Any mamas with toddlers, this thing is kind of nothing short of magical.
Amazing.
Yeah. It like saves my sanity.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how picky are you with the?
I don't care.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's going, it's getting cooked, right?
It is getting
So what
cooked.
matter?
So
Yeah.
I'm cutting these just like this. So wedging them and then just cutting them in half. It doesn't have to be like uber precise. It's just going to be cooked with the onions and with the pork.
Did anyone sign up for the new monthly subscription thing? I just signed up for it, so I'm getting my first one in October.
Yeah,
I'm
you'll
super
have
excited.
It probably shipped out. Like
I think I got a
today.
thing saying it shipped. Yeah.
Yeah, usually sends
Super
out on the
excited.
first of the month, and then you'll get it. And the recipes and stuff, they're usually very easy to modify as well, which I like. They tend to keep in mind people with different diets, whether it be, you know, vegetarian, gluten-free, whatever, and it just makes it a little easier, so you don't have to figure out what's for dinner a few days a month, which nobody likes that. There a link
For the subscription.
I can send it to you after. It's called Taste Buds is what it's called.
Yeah. And there's really good, you can do like 1 month, 3 months, 6 months.
Yeah, so you can do one
Yeah.
month to try it out, and if you like it, then you can do another one.
I canceled my Netflix subscription and my Disney subscription, and then thought, you know what, this is perfect. I signed up for the 6-month one. It was the best bang for my buck. And I would rather eat my Netflix and Disney subscription, let's be real.
Yeah,
So it seemed way better for me.
so put in a tablespoon of the garlic oil. Once again, if you don't have garlic oil, you can probably just put in a clove of garlic and
Whatever.
some oil.
Mhm.
And I love that. Like, I think that
I love the smell of it.
it is not what I would have expected at
No.
all when I hear like
So good.
when I hear rosemary herb. It just it kind of sounds like a little boring or something. And
It's
then,
good.
and then you open it, you use it, and you're like, holy crap, that was good.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And if I don't, send me a message and remind me, because my intentions are so good and my memory is so not sometimes.
Let me see, maybe I can find it while we're.
All right, so I'm gonna make up a little marinade here. For a little marinade for the pork, we got the apples, onions, oil, and rosemary herb seasoning all in one bag. And gonna try to get out as much air as I possibly can.
It's probably in your regular one, isn't it? In your like regular gluten-free.
If you go to the top of the VIP page,
It's in there as a.
you'll find that I have a link tree pinned to the top and featured. And in that link tree, you will find anything that you would need to. I think it's in that one, the welcome, the
And the
everything.
welcome?
Yeah. So gonna put together the marinade here. Need some balsamic. And I'm a balsamic snob. It has to be a nice balsamic. This one I love. This one's really good. It's not, I think it's made in Greece, so it's not quite as expensive as some of the Italian ones. I don't know, but it's really good anyway. Nice brand. It's a Acropolis Organics. So if you're a balsamic snob, perhaps you would like it as well. And garlic oil, rosemary herb.
How did I?
Sugar. I'm gonna get some Dijon. So where did I put my liquid measure cup?
In the sink? Oh, right there,
Here it is.
by the liquid.
Yeah, I don't have milk anymore. Here we go. So 1/4 cup balsamic. And this one's really nice. Like I said, you can use any pork. I really think that you could probably use other meats with the same thing and it would probably
I think so.
be good as well, though. The apple goes really nicely with pork. There you go.
Mhm.
I'm not going to mix these in here. I don't think it really needs to be mixed in here. I'm just going to dump it all. I'm just going to dump it all in the bag. I'm just going to
Yeah, just
Yeah.
dump it in the bag and shake it.
yeah, we're just going to dump it in
Yeah.
the bag and shake it. Like,
It's going in a bag anyway.
yeah. Yeah. So that's what we're doing. Look at that thing and I'm like, why is this telling me to do that? If something doesn't make any sense in the instructions, just don't do that. Just don't worry about it. Okay,
Is it all one word?
It is all one word, yeah.
I am not very book proficient, so you guys have to bear with me here until I find it.
I can just send it to you.
Or yeah,
It's
I was just gonna try and post it, so you guys could all have a look too, so that. I found it somewhere because I subscribed, so.
I think it was probably like, Caitlin, this thing sounds really good, make it happen.
Maybe, I think
like,
that may
okay.
have been what happened, was I
like,
was like,
okay.
hey, I found this, yeah, and I think you just did it for me.
I'm like, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah,
Which is also a great option. Like
Yeah.
that's one of the beauties of having a consultant is just being able to be like, I want this. Ring me up, give me a total. It's called Pampered,
oh,
right?
here it is.
Pampered.
Hey, Spuds, okay, here we go, last chance. So this was Saturday, I don't know how long the deal is on for, oh, it's October, so this deal for that one offered over, probably will be a new one.
I mean, it's still pretty good anyway. Actually,
It's a great deal regardless of, yeah.
It's one of those things, if you host a party, you can actually get
So you
it for
get
50% off.
You get 3 seasoning packets, 3 easy recipes, and how to use the leftover seasoning little tidbits. So
I'm gonna put in a couple teaspoons of Dijon in here. And if you're wondering, does she have a different measuring spoon? Yes, I have different measuring spoons.
oh, I like that one. That's the scoopy one.
These are the adjustable ones.
Yeah.
So I think those ones are great too, but when I'm doing something like this, I like to have a different set of measuring spoons for my dry versus my wet. And the fact that they're both look so different,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna accidentally use the wrong one and then be like, well, crap, you know? Then you gotta like rinse it out and dry it out and find a new one. And so I've got my marinade here. And if I had a thought, I would have just thrown it right in the same bag. Oh, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed sometimes.
That's okay. I'm like not paying attention either. I'm trying to multitask. I'm not a good multitasker.
That's okay. That's okay. We're pretty. We're
Right? You can't have it all. You can't have it all.
So I'm just gonna put.
Caitlin will just post the link in her VIP thing. Because I suck at that stuff. I'm not a really good like
You don't have to.
second, I'm an emotional support animal. I don't have to use the phone.
No, you don't have to be.
Right?
You are perfect just the way you are.
I know.
I'm just gonna roll this up a little bit.
Okay.
And as much as I don't like playing with.
Where
raw meat-
does the sweet potato?
Oh, yes, I put sweet potato in with mine as well.
Oh,
When I did this,
yeah.
but then it ended up making a huge sheet pan, which is kind of awesome. But I put sweet
Yeah.
potato in with them too, because I thought it tasted really good.
Yeah.
But then it also kind of had a hard time fitting into the bag. So then I was like, oh, well, maybe I should take that out. And then I half took it out and half left it in. So I leave this up to you. If you want to put some sweet potato in that, it will be delicious.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no, the sweet potato in that, like
Oh,
it
yeah.
complemented all of it perfectly.
See, I
and
didn't read
love
the
it.
recipe first, so I would have brought a sweet
Yeah.
potato.
No,
'cause,
and
yeah,
then
I totally love that.
And then I would have put it in.
Yeah.
Because I think it's all gonna fit in there. It might just be a little like kind of mushy-esque.
Yeah. Who's laughing at us?
Jessica.
nice.
Yeah, yeah. Seems appropriate, right?
Yeah, she's like, yeah, I've
She's
been
like,
there.
oh my God, who put this together?
Yeah. No, no, she's just laughing at me because she knows she's been in my kitchen. Is that my sister-in-law, Jessica? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
So
knows.
we have the instructions.
Could we add the sweet potato when we cook it?
You could.
I don't see why you couldn't.
Yeah, add the sweet
absolutely.
potato when you cook it, and that
Yeah.
would be perfectly fine as well. That's
Yeah.
gonna make no difference. If you
I mean,
want-
honestly, if you wanted to add like roasted root vegetables, you could add parsnips, sweet
Yeah.
potatoes, turnip. I love turnip. I know that's kind of an acquired taste for some people, but
and if you
I
have
love
it thawed
turnips.
anyway, like you can just mix it up with it,
Yeah.
and it's gonna get the other seasonings on it anyway. So you can just see like what you have for veggies day of,
Yeah.
and add it in and throw it in with the
Absolutely.
sheet pan. Like the more that's there, the better, right? So
All right. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Are we going from this end?
Oh, whatever. You want to go the other end?
I don't know.
I don't
Well,
know.
then it all looks like it's going in the same.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that, whatever. Here, hold on. Okay, let's do this. And then
Shake, shake, shake. Yeah, there's definitely enough room if you wanted to throw a sweet potato in there.
and you could get bigger bags if you wanted to. Like, these are just what I had in my cupboard.
Yeah.
They do have bigger bags. This is just what I have.
There we go.
All right.
So that is another one.
Okay.
Like,
Two down.
done like dinner.
Well, 3 down, I guess. But
Yeah.
we're still cooling, but
Yeah, so like I'm just gonna throw that one in a bag after.
Yeah.
First one made, last one done.
all right.
Reasonable.
Whoop. Okay.
Okay. So let's see what's next, shall we? Greek chicken and orzo skillet. All right. So zucchini. Oh, I have them over here. Ta-da.
So it called for zucchini and summer squash. And I had a hard time just finding zucchini, let alone any yellow zucchini, which is what summer squash is. And these were the last 3 zucchini even that they had at Sobeys last night.
That's insane.
And they weren't even like the best ones, but
That's
beggars
crazy.
can't be choosers at this
No,
point.
that's,
So
that's kind of wild. Like you'd think that would be kind of a staple to have somewhere,
you would think, but
but
I don't know.
So I think I'm going to, you can just cut these. I already have the rapid prep mandolin out, so
Yeah,
I'm
let's
just
do it.
gonna, like,
Let's show another way to use it.
yeah. Wait, what's it saying? Okay, so slice in rounds, then stack rounds and cut in half.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I can do that.
Yep.
I can do that.
You can do it.
Yeah, well, oh, maybe I should gather my ingredients first.
Okay,
That,
let's
that
do
might, that might be smart, right?
Okay.
Okay, let's see. So I got my 2 zucchini.
Amelia, I checked with Rose and I didn't actually see any zucchini there either the other day, but I didn't go there yesterday again. It was kind of late.
Chickpeas, aka garbanzo beans.
Garbanzo beans, yeah.
I like.
Did
the
you
word,
have to Google it? Or
no,
no?
I like the word garbanzo.
Garbanzo
though. It's like way
beans.
more fun.
Yeah.
Diced tomatoes. There we go. So you got the flavored ones. I didn't have the flavored ones when I did mine, but
Yeah,
it'd probably be better.
some of the ones like you'd have to go to like the crazy superstore in town, the big ones, or I mean, really the difference between fire roasted or whatever. I just got I think garlic or something. I got 2 different flavors or something. One is herbs and spices and one is garlic or something.
Why aren't you fancy?
Yeah.
All right. And I have not. Oh my goodness, that smells good.
What is that?
Have you used the Greek?
No, not yet.
Okay,
That's good.
that's good enough to make a candle out of.
Yeah, that's good. That smells really good. That would make good bread too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that smells good enough
That
for a
smells
second.
really
sip.
good. Yeah.
Okay, so I think that's all the stuff I need. I got my chickpeas, got my tomatoes, got my zucchini, and my Greek rub, my garlic oil. We're using the garlic oil for a lot of things. Like I said, sub it if you don't have it, and it should still turn out delicious. All right.
Okay.
Let's get it.
Let's do her.
Chop, chop, chop.
Chop, chop, chop.
Or, you can chop, chop, chop on your cutting board. There's no judgment here. There's a little onion in there. You okay with that?
I don't care.
Okay. A little curve to it. This one does.
Like,
What?
well,
Shape different, I'm sure it'll work just fine.
that's right. You just have to know how to fit it in there.
It fits. Became some slices there,
Right?
but
That's okay.
yeah.
Right.
Okay, there we go. Slicey, slicey. And then I'm just gonna take these out and cut them in half. I was trying to think of whether I'd be able to cut the zucchini in half before I put them in there.
You probably could.
Probably could have.
Yeah.
But whatever. I'm sure it'll be fine.
I don't really think it even really matters.
It's all going
It's
to
all
the
on
same
how you
place.
want. Yeah. If you don't want halves, you could keep circles, I'm sure.
Yeah, whatever shape you're into,
Yeah.
whether you like your curvy zucchini or your straight
Straight zucchini.
zucchini,
It's all personal preference.
thick or thin,
Yeah.
it's good to go. And now I officially have to label this not child appropriate on YouTube.
Well, that depends, I guess. We're only talking about zucchini. Zucchini, ladies, just zucchini.
Oh dear. Kind of fun.
Yeah. No work for me.
No, you're like, this is great.
I couldn't even find a link.
Yeah. I'll try to make that more obvious on my page because
Yeah.
if you can't find it, then you know.
Well,
might not
just
be
because I
able to
can't find it
right?
doesn't mean that it's not there. You know what do we do?
So one of these gallon bags. We're going to add to it all these zucchini.
Okay.
Perfect. And just gonna open up the chickpeas and just give them a quick rinse. So if you have a colander of some sort, rinse them in that. If you don't, rinse them somehow, it'll still be fine.
Sometimes I just put water in the can and tip it a few times and then put water in the can and tip it a few times. You can rinse them right in the can if you really need to.
Yeah.
Put them in a bowl, swish them with your hand. It all works.
I have this one. It's pretty cute. I think they're
It's very cute.
and they've got like a foot on the bottom of it so that it doesn't sit like
Right on that, yeah.
right on your sink, which is lovely. And there's like little holes inside, so it's not going to get stuck on the bottom either.
Perfect.
In case you don't have a grate.
And if you're like me and you make a lot of hummus, you can get those chickpeas by the case at Costco. So.
And if you want to, if you're still in the process of dumping this, you can actually save the liquid that is in your can of chickpeas and you can use it in place of eggs.
Yes.
Or if you make hummus, like, do you add water to your hummus?
Yeah, I don't rinse them then. I usually
Yeah.
just pour the whole can.
Oh, that makes sense
Yeah.
too, because I was gonna say you can use the aquafaba. if
Yeah,
you
I
want
just
to
pour the
instead.
whole can in.
I heard with hummus the other day, like the cans there, you can actually, if you want to make it really creamy, take the shells off.
You can, but it's so much work. So I did it once. I
Yeah.
put all little shells. So what you can do is you float them in water and then you use your fingers and you mix. And eventually all of those little skins start to come off. But it's a lot of work and I'm too lazy for that. I just want hummus. So
No.
I just pour the whole can in. And last time I actually used my Pampered Chef manual little dude.
Yeah.
And made the hummus in there. And it took
Did it do well?
it was a little bit chunky, but
Yeah.
not bad. Yeah, it did really well. You could definitely tell it was homemade, like just hand processed hummus. But
I use my
again, I was lazy. I was just
So also
Yeah.
gonna put in the tomatoes. So easy when you just have the canned stuff
Yeah.
because it's just
Yep.
open and dump.
and you don't have like right now you don't have to have a bowl, you just put it there.
Yeah. It saves a little bit on dishes.
Yep.
And so Greek rub, gonna put 2 tablespoons of Greek rub in here. Maybe measure this one with your heart too.
I know. That smells so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good smell from here.
I know. That just smells lovely. I'm trying to figure out what that I'm smelling in there that smells so good. Wonder, it has lemon peel granules in it. I wonder if that gives it like
a little citrusy.
Yeah.
Maybe it opens you up when you smell
well,
it.
you want a little
Good.
hit of citrus. It's never a bad thing.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So I've got all those together, and then I'm gonna do the squish. I enjoy the squish part. Yeah, I enjoy the squish part. So I'm gonna squish.
Just don't squish too hard so you talk doesn't pop open. That'll make a whole other mess.
That's exactly what I would do too.
Yeah, me too.
I want to smell it.
Yeah. Oh, it smells so good. Like, oh, as soon as you open it, I smell it. It smells really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's gonna be a good dinner. Okay, so there's a part of it, and I'm just gonna flatten that out a little bit.
Perfect.
Now, I'm gonna grab the bag for the chicken that says Greek chicken and Orzo. It's so handy to have that all done before, because otherwise we'd be chopping the meat for every one of these, and that would just,
Well, and it's all in the bag, so now you're just veggies. You don't have to worry too much about any meat being out anywhere. Like, besides the burgers, it's been all food safe. No worries, right?
Right, and that's the main goal when we're putting all these together. We don't want to be washing our hands like dozens of times. So I'm also just in with the chicken. I'm going to be adding some more of the garlic oil.
How much?
Just a tablespoon of oil. A little bit of this goes a long way, and it makes a huge difference. Like, it's one thing I can say for like these seasonings, the oils, it's quality can make a big difference. So putting a tablespoon of the Greek in there too. And I like to give my bags a roll to close them because I find it
Takes the air out.
Takes the air out pretty good. Okay, and then I'm gonna
Again,
do the squish. Nice little chicken massage. Maybe I'll knead that out a little bit. I think it just brings you back to like childhood.
I know, Play-Doh and like,
I was gonna say playing in the dirt, but
that too.
Yeah. Nothing quite so appetizing, eh? Yeah.
All right. Perfect.
All right.
Okay.
You happy with that?
I'm happy with that.
I'm happy with that.
All right.
All right. Find my little card. Greek chicken and Orzo skillet. Directions for day of. If you didn't print those off yet, definitely print them off because you will love yourself on the day of.
And the good thing is these little bags that you're using as overs, you can reuse again, especially if you're not writing on them and you're just sliding the cards inside, then you can definitely reuse the bags that you put these bags inside as your, bags again to put stuff in. So.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Or, I mean, what size do the reuse, where'd that bag go? What size do those come in?
These?
Yeah.
I'm actually thawing one of the freezer meals that I am planning for next month's freezer meal workshop. And it's a creamy turkey tetrazzini, and I'm using one of the resealable silicone bags from Pampered Chef, and I use these as much as I can. I feel like they fit maybe 2 liters, so they don't
so
fit.
It's a smaller bag.
Yeah, it's like larger than the medium bag, I would say, but it's still not that large. If they could come out with,
maybe it's a recommendation you can make.
if they could come out with a gallon one.
Yeah.
These are so leak proof.
Yeah.
Like absolutely leak proof. I love these.
Maybe that's a recommendation. Say, hey, we did a freezer meal workshop, and if we could get some gallon ones, that'd be awesome.
And what I like about those is you can write on the side of them with a dry erase marker, and then it'll wipe off.
Perfect.
Yeah, but it doesn't wipe off so easily that it's gonna
don't know
come
what it
off
is,
in there.
All right, done.
There's another one.
Another one.
Another meal done.
Oh,
Nice.
I moved it.
That's okay. Okay, we're good. We can take a little beating.
There we go.
Oh man, and this one, when this recipe is made, it is so good. We're going to the Chipotle black bean chicken wraps. And
Perfect.
honestly, Love these.
Sounds good.
Absolutely love these. Okay. So let's gather our stuff.
So it's a pretty good deal for me. I went, hey, Caitlin, we should do a freezer room workshop. I went and got the groceries. Now Caitlin's making all my food for me.
And then she's got all these meals already prepared.
Mhm.
So come to me with your suggestions. And
Yeah,
I
and
try
Caitlin
to
will make
them
your
happen.
food.
Yeah. Oh dear, that's too funny. So chicken. Let's see, I need black beans.
And don't forget, when you place orders with Caitlin too, there's like, if you hit minimums, there are you get free stuff. Right? Who doesn't like free stuff?
Free stuff is nice.
Free stuff's really
Free
nice.
stuff is very nice.
Yeah.
So I'm grabbing the Chipotle, which this one, do you have this one?
I have that one.
You have that one?
Mhm,
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yes, this one's good.
Like I said, the only one Jess and I weren't fond of was the garden vegetable one. That was
And I like that, but you know what? You know why I like it? Is because it reminds me of vegetable thins crackers.
oh yeah, I didn't find that. I just found like I think it's a love-or-hate relationship.
Yeah, I think so. And
Yeah.
it's actually my favorite one for if I make fried pickles. Using that as a dip for fried pickles.
Oh, maybe as a dip or with something else. I found alone there was a weird, like for me, there's some vegetable in there that they use in the spices that gives me a little like.
It gives me reminiscence of vegetable thins, which of course I can't have. And the vegetable thins remind me of being a kid and eating vegetable thins.
Oh yeah, vegetable thins.
So the garden vegetable dip, but I could see that not being everybody's because I think it's like very much
it's strong. It's a strong, and maybe that's why, but it smelled lovely, but there was just something that didn't agree with me. But now I eat things that some people like,
and that's what that's so hard too. It's just like
you never know.
Everybody's got different tastes. Now I gotta try to figure out.
So how much did it ask for?
6 ounces.
6 ounces. So 6 ounces is one of those little square bricks of cheese. So it's about half of that brick.
About half of this?
Yeah.
Okay. So if I chop up half of this,
half of it, it should be fine.
You are at peace with that? Okay.
I'm at peace with the whole thing going in. But cheese, right?
We're actually just like, we got this cheese. We're actually just going to be shredding it up and freezing it with it so that you have it for making them the day of, but you save money by
shredding your own cheese
and not having pre-shredded cheese. That, and they sometimes add things.
Pre-shredded cheese. So when they make pre-shredded cheese, I don't know if everybody knows this, but they actually put a coating on the outside of the cheese so that it doesn't stick together.
Yeah.
And not everybody can have that coating that they put. It's like a cellulose or something. I can't remember what it is, but
at least if you do it this way, you know what you're getting.
Yeah.
You're getting cheese. And I like that it's separate because then if you're a cheese person, you have cheese. And if you're not a cheese person, like this gal right here, then you don't need to have it. So
So, and that's the thing too. If you are worried about your cheese clumping together when you've shredded it, you can put it like on something on a tray and freeze it flat. Then once it's frozen, you very quickly scoop it into a bag and throw it back in the freezer and it will freeze and then not be stuck together. Does that make sense for everybody? You do that with a lot of things. Like if you slice your own strawberries to freeze them, you flash freeze them all laid out flat. Then you scoop them into a bag so they don't stick together from the moisture.
Yes. Yeah. We do that when we make homemade chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
This is the double-sided adjustable force grater. You will notice this one, it's got huge holes. It's got very huge holes. Huge. And what it's I think it's called farmer style shredded cheese is what it makes. So it's a different one and it kind of makes it thicker shred. And then the other side of it, of course, is the littler one. These things are laser etched, so they're really, really, really sharp. So to keep you safe, keep me safe, and to protect us from cannibalism, as we spoke of earlier, there's this handy little guard, kind of like what you would have with a mandolin, where you can put, like, once the cheese gets smaller, you can put it in there and then do your thing.
Perfect.
So I'm just gonna do it right on here, and hopefully,
you are so brave.
Hopefully not shred myself. Because
I'll just eat it anyway. It's okay.
Well, I already got one band-aid on.
Whatever,
but that wasn't a kitchen band-aid. That was
a pre-band-aid.
That was a pre-workshop band-aid. I probably suck at shredding cheese because I don't really,
Yeah.
eat cheese.
I suppose I
but-
could have shredded it and brought it. Should have shredded it.
Oh,
first and
no.
brought it.
Well, you didn't know what I was doing with it.
Yeah, I
You
wasn't
just,
sure.
you just allowed
I
yourself to be
didn't read the
surprised.
recipe. See, I was just like went and got all the ingredients yesterday. And
Perfect.
Fabian had his fill of patience with me because it was kind of back and forth, and I'm on my scooter, and of course, so he's pushing the cart, and then I'm like, well, maybe we should get this. Well, maybe I should go back and look at that. Well, maybe I should have gotten this. So it was a lot of trips around the grocery store yesterday, and
That's kind of
yeah.
hilarious.
and a few messages to Caitlin while I was there.
Oh dear. But I'm like, well, if you don't do one thing, do another thing.
Yeah.
It'll all be fine. It'll all work out fine. And then I'm gonna put the last little bit in here so I don't like destroy myself.
Yep. There.
You don't want to eat my skin.
Not really.
I'm not hurt by that.
Okay.
I'm pretty okay with that.
I mean, we are friends.
Yeah, we are friends, so I'm like, here, have a little bit of my soul,
Yeah.
a little bit of my skin,
Yeah, for sure.
fine. Okay, so.
Is there a nub left or does it grind it right down?
it-
Not even
it
a
does-
nub.
It does pretty good. You know what, I'm just
Oh,
gonna,
that's not fair. How are you supposed to eat the end?
do you wanna take some off?
Yeah, okay.
So it's just. How's that,
Yeah.
good?
Yeah, okay.
Good?
Mhm.
Perfect.
You
So.
can do it the day of, Amelia. It doesn't have to be today. She wanted to know, does she do cheese now or can she do it later? Like, you can do it later. It doesn't have to be like,
You can do it
yeah.
later if you want.
you don't have to freeze it.
That's fine. Or you can buy shredded cheese.
Yeah.
I won't judge you.
I wanted to make sure I had everything to do the recipe exactly as it is, just in case. For whatever reason.
Flying cheese. There you go. I got the cheese in there. Perfect. So.
Alright.
I'm going to grab a gallon bag. And on this one, I'm gonna put some stuff. Some stuff.
All right.
So starting with the black beans.
So I saw this thing on Facebook, and if you're all by yourself, they have those little tongs. Do you have a plastic bag tong thing holder?
I do.
Yeah. Oh,
I do. I don't know where it's at, but I do have like the little things.
yeah,
and
and yeah.
But if you buy the Ziploc brand, actually, and this is why I didn't have the
Yeah.
if you buy the Ziploc brand,
Are they gusseted?
they
They're gusseted.
yeah. So
Yeah.
they got like a thing at the bottom where it actually like straight up like holds it open for you.
Yeah,
So then you don't even
perfect.
need those things. So
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm cheap. I have the no name ones.
Yeah. Trying to figure
But
out
look, my no name one was looked at.
it's
just
doing
saying.
just fine.
It is doing just fine.
No name is
Yeah.
performing.
So
just fine.
these ones here are the President's Choice heavy duty large freezer bags. That's
And
what
I'm just gonna rinse out these beans
Yeah.
over at the sink in the colander.
How's everyone doing? Following along? Falling asleep? Still hanging in there? We should have had a contest. We should have done something.
Well, take down names of whoever is that
Here?
you can see on live right there
Yeah.
and anybody that's made a comment on Facebook.
Okay,
If
Let's do
you are live on Facebook, put a comment in.
Yes,
And
please.
then Trish is going to write down your name
Yeah.
and I will draw for flexible cutting nuts.
Perfect.
Yeah, somebody's going to get some flexible cutting nuts.
Sounds good.
Because I'm sure you saw them and thought, well, those would be handy. And you know what? Sure will be.
No, I don't have pen in my basket.
I got you.
Okay. Perfect. There we go.
Teamwork
So,
makes the dream
yeah,
work.
see?
Right here. So I'm gonna throw a can of black beans in the bag.
And if you are two people in the same house, put the other person down. If you guys are sharing a kitchen right now, Because I know some people were kind of maybe doing it together.
So, get a little pouch of pre-cooked rice. If you are somebody that just has leftover rice around anyway, I think I put like a cup and a half of rice somewhere in that ballpark just into it because we always have leftover rice here. So I couldn't see myself buying pre-made rice.
So I wouldn't normally, but I did it because I didn't know
Oh, yes.
what the recipe, like I would normally make my own rice as well.
Yeah, and we always have some because that's pretty much the only thing that my toddler will eat. So I'm going to take a tablespoon.
Although I will
Chipotle.
say, if you are a minute rice person, you may want to make it the day of. Minute rice doesn't always freeze the best.
Okay, good to know.
Sometimes it's good if you're gonna cook it and maybe undercook it a little tiny bit if it's minute rice. But other than that, you should be fine.
So rice, beans, and the chipotle rub. I really think the chipotle rub makes this one. It is just good. Yes, Elizabeth and Sylvie, they're both together.
Okay. Elizabeth, so Sylvie, so Elizabeth, what's Elizabeth?
Now, the flexible covening mats, they come in a pack of 3. Maybe we can draw 3 names and then we can have 3 people who get themselves a cutting mat. And just, that sounds fun.
And then yes. And
There'll be a little thing here. Actually, we can check and see.
oh yeah, can you bring up all the names for me?
Participants.
Thank you.
There you go.
There we go.
And once again, squish, 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 and it's just for fun, even without the
And Elizabeth. And who's wearing the apron that I can see your picture?
I know
Yeah.
what you mean.
Oh, okay. Like, just to make sure, because I don't see your name.
That's my sister from another mister.
I know, but she's not on here. Why is her name not there? Oh, there it is. I see it now. Yep, I got it.
Got her?
Yep. Is that Gulan?
GUI.
GUI. It's far away from me.
Yeah. That's my maiden name. She's married to my brother. That's why she's my sister from another
From
mister.
another mister.
Because she really is my sister from
She
another
really
mister.
is your sister from another mister.
I wasn't exaggerating.
Right? All right. I hope I did. I'm going to call out the names if someone is there and I didn't. So I got Cheryl, Amelia, and it was Carly, Shar, or Charlie. I'm going to say Carly,
It's okay.
Shar, or Charlie. So is it 1, 2, or 3? And then Shauna, Amanda, Sylvie, Jessica, Elizabeth, and Janine. Did I miss anybody?
So I'm grabbing my bag of the Chipotle black bean labeled chicken. And to this, I'm going to throw in 2 tablespoons of the Chipotle. And 2 tablespoons of the garlic oil. I take it back. You need the garlic oil. It's really good. No, you really could use something else probably, but
It smells so good.
it
Like even as soon as you open the bottle,
Yep.
you can smell it. It smells really good. And it's not a pungent garlic odor. It's
No.
a nice, like, it's good. It smells nice.
It is just good. It's well balanced.
Yeah.
It's nice. Best that I can say. It's really good.
Really good.
One of those things you try and then you're like, well, now I need to have it. But a little goes a long way.
Yeah.
So, which is the difference too, because if you get something and it's not, quite as good quality, then a little doesn't go very far.
Did I get everybody? 3 new messages. Bring up this. Oh, hold on, wait.
Chopping up so much garlic. I should have gotten the oil.
Go up one more so I can see the other one that was, or get rid of that. Yeah.
I don't know how to get rid of that now that I found it. Maybe if I just click
Yeah.
that. Oh,
Perfect. Yeah.
There we go. Perfect.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
I think I got it all.
We're good.
Yeah.
We got her back. Back in business.
Oh, Charlene. That's how you say it? Okay. I also have a friend named Char and it's CHAR. That's why
There we go. So,
All right.
there we have that.
Okay. Perfect.
We got our cheese
It's good. We're good.
for day of, so we are all set. And honestly, this was one of my favorite recipes that I put together in this, and I thought I always want to have this in my freezer.
Yeah,
it is
perfect.
so good.
And I mean, if you didn't want to use the chicken, you could add more beans, like a 6-bean mix, or, you know, if you were a vegetarian or.
Yeah, I think you could probably use beef too. Actually.
Yeah, if you wanted to use beef, whatever. Yeah. Well, we're getting there.
Yeah. Now, on to the sweet and spicy and stir fry. So I'm going to grab some stuff. So it says I need 2 additional gallon-sized freezer bags. I'll just believe it and bring those over.
All right.
And bring over the chicken, which is actually our last bag of meat. I need a sweet onion. Pineapple. Red pepper.
Perfect.
Also, we're using more garlic oil and Asian seasoning. I'm excited to smell this one actually because I haven't tried this one either.
There we go. Oh, somebody's streaming. Always running. Yep.
Oh my goodness, that was.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Is it?
There's something.
I'm trying to think of what that reminds me of. Like, I don't know.
That smells really good.
Yeah, you open that and it smells like Chinese food or Asian food or like
It's sesame oil.
Yeah,
Yeah,
guaranteed.
sesame oil and
I use
ginger extra.
sesame oil and ginger. So it's ginger.
Yeah,
Because I use sesame oil at home and you only have to keep that in the cupboard. And it's only like, it has a little tiny hole. And I remember the first time I opened it, I thought, geez, that's a lot of money for a little tiny bottle. And it's like, but it goes a long way.
yes,
Which
it
is good.
does. It does. Okay, so gallon bag. So I'm gonna get ready the pepper. And there's 1,000,001 ways to cut a pepper.
Whatever.
Everyone will do different things. And this is my thing. Off the bottom of that.
Yeah, it's
I don't like the look of that. I'm not feeding that to you.
Mhm.
I know you don't wash your mushrooms, but still,
Yeah.
like, I'm not
Right.
doing that. Like, you got some standards. So if you cut along each of the little lines in the pepper, then you can just kind of pull them back from the top. And that's my pepper way to do it. And then there's really very little
prep to getting the
that's left. Yeah.
Kind of like when I did my avocado tutorial. People always have a hard time getting the pit out of the avocado.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just cut it around the middle, twist it. It'll come right apart. And then you just take your knife and you on the little nut and you go like that and it comes right out. That's it.
But I guess there's actually a thing with like avocado injuries for people who are really, really, really kitchen special.
Yeah,
and
miss the
actually
nut.
will miss the nut.
Well, you could put it on the ground.
Yeah.
And like, you
And
don't have to like on the count, not the ground, the counter, but you can put it on the counter and like,
you know,
or you can buy an avocado thing that like.
or a tip that I've heard is you take the avocado and you just squeeze it. And
Yeah,
the nut pops right out.
sometimes it will, yeah.
Yeah.
Depending on what you're doing with your avocado.
I'm like, well, that's kind of cool. So
Yeah.
I'm not doing any special tricks for this.
No.
I'm just kind of
Okay.
chopping her up and figure that's fine.
What do we have around here? Oh, look, I'm delinquent.
No,
Yeah, here,
you
yeah.
you are not delinquent at all. So let's see, 1 gallon bag, throwing
Okay.
the peppers in, perfect. And sweet onion.
Did we use them both?
Oh, maybe it's not a sweet onion. It does say sweet onion.
Does it? Oh,
Whatever.
okay.
It's gonna be
It
onion.
makes no difference.
Yep. Nope. Nope. I think I used like white onion for everything.
It doesn't matter.
Except for one red one. Like, you know what?
It makes no difference.
Onion love is onion love.
Yep.
Or onion hate, as in my brother's case, is onion hate.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah. Some people hate onions.
Yeah, it's one of those things, like if you don't like it,
Yeah,
it's
you really
a
don't like
strong enough flavor, you're
Yeah.
just not going to like it. So let's see. What does it say to do with this? So take your onion and cut it in wedges and cut the wedges in half.
Oh,
That's easy.
chunks.
Yeah, just chunking this thing. Fly.
Yep. One little fly. He probably came in when I crawled up the stairs.
Well, he wanted to be in on the freezer meal workshop, and I can't blame him. He's like, well, this
Right, you think this sounds good?
sounds
Yeah,
efficient.
amazing.
Like I'm all
Yeah.
into this.
Yeah, it's like I crawled into Caitlin's house all the way up the stairs.
And I felt so bad.
I'm not an adept enough to do stairs on my feet with only one foot, as I learned getting here.
So, you know, this thing will do these.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
So you don't have to.
Yeah.
Oh, you just like.
So
Oh.
there's a little like hook on the end of the can opener.
Look at that.
You just hook it. And...
Nice.
Nice. You know, how cool is that?
Yep. And you just fling it just like that.
You just throw it
Just
on the
throw
floor.
it wherever you want.
Throw it
Just
on the
it.
floor. Little lesson for my kids.
Yep.
Just throw it on the floor.
Right.
Something will happen.
Someone will pick it up. It's
Yeah.
a magic floor.
Apparently mom will pick it up.
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay, so it says to drain about 3/4 cup of the juice, I think.
Avocado hand in some years at one point. No way. Wow.
Yeah, no, it's a real thing.
Really?
So, like I have heard like of all things, like as
Well, it's not like you're like, oh, you know, you just like,
I think it's kind of like though with a mandolin where you're like, well, there's a hand guard. What kind of an idiot do you have to be to ow, you know?
but the mandolin I could see. I could see that, right? You know, I've gotten my knuckle more than I have because you hold something and you're going like this and then you get your little knuckle or something, but
This was
I don't know.
3/4 cup.
whoop, and a chunk.
There we go.
All right.
But I think you're gonna want some of the juice.
How about we just pour the whole thing in?
You want the whole thing in?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Let's do it.
You can't go wrong. with
Yeah,
juice.
if it's
you want
if
it in
it's
there?
liquidy, I'll just
Okay.
drain it later.
Yeah.
Because then it'll juice it all up and then we can just drain the juice later when it thaws if you want to. Or like throw it all in the pan and just strain it off or boil it out or whatever, it'll caramelize.
Just
Yeah.
wing it, wing
Don't
it.
do what I do, but
So I got the red pepper in there. I got the onion in there. Got the pineapple in there.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
yeah,
Okay. So
good.
that's everything that's going in that little
Okay,
bag.
that sounds good. Roll her up.
Mhm.
Do her up. Cause then it'll get all like in everything.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think you can go wrong with the
I don't
pineapple
think so.
juice, quite honestly.
No.
And if it's just extra juicy, to me, that's enough that goes into the rice.
Yeah.
Right? Like it just
that.
gives you sauce.
Perfect. And the colors are lovely.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that color.
Yeah, I like
How amazing is that?
color with food. I think color with food just makes it always
It makes
just
you feel better when
seem-
you're eating it.
It does. There's a lot to be said for food presentation. I guess like a large portion of what we enjoy
eat our
about it.
eyes and our heart, right?
We do. And it really does make a big difference. That's why we'll pay more for stuff at a restaurant. Well, that and they'll make it for us and bring it to us and do the dishes. But I'm outside of that.
Outside of that. Yeah.
It's because the presentation, they make it look pretty. If they brought it to you and it was poorly presented,
Yeah, you'd be like, what the crap?
you wouldn't want to pay
this?
for it.
Yeah.
No, like you'd be paying McDonald's prices.
Yeah. Oh, well, McDonald's prices now, though, I mean, they're like $15 for a meal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not cheap either.
no.
So we're gonna put a tablespoon of the garlic oil in there.
So what was the cost to buy, who bought the package? What was the cost for the package?
It was for all of the seasonings.
Yes, if
it
you
was,
didn't have anything.
if you didn't have anything, it
Yeah.
would be $75.
So it was $175 potentially is what your initial cost for this
Yeah.
would have been, but you have spices and everything left over. So even if you if you never used a spice again, it's $175 for 7 meals that feed 4 people potentially.
Yeah, 4 to 6.
4 to 6,
Yeah.
because well, the burgers, we had what, 10 burgers,
Mhm.
really. And
Yep.
you'd still have to buy a few other things, so say $200 really. For a week's worth of food, by the time you buy like your burger buns and your wraps or whatever, your rice that you probably already have in the cupboard. And you have all your spices left, so it really wouldn't be $75 because you have a lot left anyway, but
It smells really good.
I mean, really economically, it's when you meal prep, it's fairly economical.
No, it's not bad. And like, I know like somebody had bought meat and cut it and then they froze it and they
Yeah.
bought it on sale, cut it and froze it in
Yes.
preparation for this. And I'm like, well, I don't see any reason why you couldn't put the frozen meat and the seasonings in, because when it thaws, it's all gonna start to marinate anyway.
Yeah, makes no difference, right?
No,
So if you frugally
then-
shop for
yes.
this, instead of just doing what I just wanted to see. I wanted to see what the cost would be if I just went to Superstore, and because some people will say, oh, it's so expensive to do this or that, or, you know. I just wanted to see what the cost would be if you went to Superstore, just bought everything at regular price and bought it outright, first off, how much would it cost?
Yeah.
So I mean, really $200 in with nothing on sale. And some of this stuff you're gonna have in your house to use again. So like the next time, we're still gonna have spices, we're still gonna have oils,
yeah,
You're
if
still
you,
gonna have
if
some
you
things.
like the recipe for Asian, like there
Yeah.
it is. You
Yeah.
can make that like
couple
half a
times
dozen
month or
times,
whatever, yeah.
like easily.
Yeah.
But. And that would smell so good. Like
It does smell
it has
good.
soy in it. I can't do soy.
But it's not so good.
It does smell so good.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
Okay,
And I think that is,
That's it for that,
yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. So we just double bag that.
Okay.
And now the pineapple rum sauce is gonna go in that after, like when you're
Yeah.
making it, the pineapple rum sauce is gonna go in the stir fry itself. And that's gonna be so good. But pineapple rum,
I love that
With
pineapple
that?
rum sauce, yeah.
those are gonna go like exquisitely together. I'm excited. I'm excited to hear how that one tastes,
I
because
know.
it smells so good.
It smells delicious.
I wish I could try this. If you can do soy, try that.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, we're moving on to the
Moving on.
very last one,
Okay,
which is the lightning fast veggie chili.
okay.
So this is vegetarian. This is the one where my husband had a hard time with. John was like, why is there no meat in this chili? But there's plenty of stuff
Yes,
in it. So
and I had to Google what chili beans and sauce were, if anyone had a hard time with that. So basically, I think it's an American thing, and it seems to be made by like Heinz or Bush's, and it's kidney beans, but it's in a chili base. So like it'd be like as if you were making chili, but it just had chili sauce and kidney beans. So my guess would be if you wanted to make your own, you could use like Heinz chili sauce. And the kidney beans. I just got kidney beans because there's tomatoes and stuff. You could always add some
and I'm gonna dump my
chili
dump my
powder.
in.
You could add some chili powder, or Pepper Chef makes a chili pouch. I think Caitlin has one. Yeah, right here.
I have
So
a chili seasoning.
So we could add one of those in, yeah, whatever,
So grab
whatever you wanted.
all my ingredients for this one. I'm going to be using the Chipotle rub again. I'm going to get, we're using zucchini for squash, got an onion, got a pepper, got.
So my garlic looks funny.
garlic.
Because I actually, I peel all my garlic and then put it in the freezer. So this has been thawed, so it looks a little watery because it's been frozen and thawed. Because I don't use garlic enough, to buy the bulbs, so, yeah, so I freeze it.
Instead of 2 cans of tomatoes, we got 1 giant
Yeah.
thing of tomatoes, which is perfect. And then
Beans,
beans.
so I got extra beans. 1 can wasn't enough, 2 cans is too much, but I'm going for 2 cans. Let's do
Okay,
it.
now what I did when I did mine, because since I didn't use, and I think like you can eat what's in these fine.
You can use the sauce that's in there.
Yeah,
If you don't, yeah, if you really want to, it's just gonna add like a starch, so it's gonna make it a little bit thicker. The sauce that's in
Would you
there.
like me to rinse these?
No,
Or
you
would you
can
like
use
me
the
to
whole
put it
can.
in?
Yeah, I
Okay,
don't care.
perfect.
Yeah.
And then I'll just add the thing of chili seasoning,
Yeah.
and then we are good to go.
Yeah.
If you have like, probably put some chili powder in it or whatever.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna have enough with, even with the Chipotle, but this is gonna
Yeah,
give it
well, that's it.
a real solid, kick. And tomato paste, get all my things over here. Okay, I think we're good.
But the next time I'm in the States, I am gonna look for like that chili and we'll open it and see if it tastes like chili or if it's just whatever it is. I don't know. I'm really intrigued now.
So I'm gonna prep the veggies first, and then we're just gonna basically throw everything that we have here into a bag. We're gonna chop it and we're gonna chuck it in.
Except for this green pepper. I didn't pay for this green pepper. This green pepper came out of my garden.
Oh, nice.
And he's imperfect, or she, or it, but you can see it's kind of wrinkly, but it's such a bad growing season this year. Too wet. A lot of my tomatoes are split and my Brussels sprouts are struggling, but they're there. So they'll probably be baby Brussels sprouts.
So I'm just quartering your stuff. Like we're just
whatever. We just chop.
Yeah, we're just chopping. Don't think there's gonna be anything perfect about any of this. Your onions, I was just gonna food chopper them.
I don't care.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Heck, I could have food choppered
You
this.
could food chopper that.
Do you want it to be food choppered?
It makes a difference to me.
Well, okay. Because
Show the food chopper.
sometimes having different shapes and textures
It's good, yeah.
together can be, well, sometimes it can be weird. That can be
Yeah.
off-putting for people. Like,
Oh, I don't care.
what-
I like having meaty. I like not meat, but like the meaty feeling when you eat things, like a full, like, you know, when you eat something, you want to feel like you're eating. Like if you eat chicken broth versus chicken noodle soup,
Okay, yeah.
you know, for instance. So
Well, maybe we'll just do
do whatever you want. I don't care. Yeah. It's not like I can complain and making all my food. I still say this is a win-win for me.
Yeah, this was not a bad idea.
Right?
It really was.
Like,
not
hey,
bad.
Caitlin, I've got an idea. I'm gonna bring all my food to your house. See what sounds better. Hey, Caitlin, do you want to hold a freezer meal workshop for some of your VIPs? Or, hey, Caitlin, I'm gonna bring all my food to your house so you can prep my food and I can go home and only have to cook it. Right? It's all about the narrative, people. It's about the narrative.
This woman's a genius.
What'd you say?
No, it's just looking at the avocado
Oh.
hand again there.
Perfecto.
But that smells really good.
Mm.
That's a
They
nice,
smell really good when they come out of the garden.
that is a nice smelling
Mhm.
pepper. Like you can just tell the difference.
I know, it doesn't
Which
look
is a
pretty,
shame.
but it's tastes and smells so good.
Yeah.
And they're so crunchy, like, even though they look a little equally,
But that's
still
okay.
good.
That's
Still
okay. So I'm gonna chop these with
Yep.
a food chopper, and I'm not gonna give them like, you know, a huge chunk, but we'll give them somewhat.
He's like, yeah, you're not chopping them.
No,
There we go.
like I shall.
Yeah. I found a secret with the chopper. Chop it that way. Watch.
I always find if you chop it that way, that the skin doesn't detach.
Just try it.
Through one of your fingers.
Yeah, no, it
Skin
doesn't matter.
skin
Yeah.
doesn't detach.
Still doesn't matter.
It's gonna
Yeah,
hit the.
Yeah, it doesn't. She's right. I'm wrong.
I'll wash this off.
Yeah, wash it off, still eat it. It's
Yes.
so good.
Yeah.
See, her dog is like, what? I didn't even hear anything.
Yeah, she's still just.
My girls are like, they would have been like, what, food? Hell, on the floor?
They would have just been waiting over here.
Oh,
to
yeah.
workshop with us.
Rule hanging from there, just a stream attached to the floor of like a constant fall.
And no, she's just.
Labs are so.
She's just napping. That's a Bernedoodle for you.
Yeah.
There's our pepper.
You got it. Oh, chunks. Perfect.
Yep. Definitely chunks. And chop up the onion. The chopper, it's my favorite for onion because, you know, you don't want to have to cry.
Yeah.
Unless you really do need a cry.
Goodness, what'd you hear?
She's saving her life right now.
Saving our lives right there.
Pico, you wanna go outside?
Go
honey?
outside, see who it is? Oh my goodness.
Go get him. We're alive because of her right now.
Yeah. Saved her life. No one's sneaking up here. From a dead sleep. She could teach my girl a thing or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's got that.
Yeah, the girls, they sleep on the couch and you come in the door, and unless you either hit them with the door trying to get in, or, usually, or they're already awake. Yeah, you can
So
probably come in and
if a burglar breaks in with food,
done. It's done deal. She'd be like, come here, come to the cupboard. That's where the cookies are. If you can just hand me that bag, you're good.
that'd be great.
Yeah.
There we go. So there's our onion.
I don't know why I shook the bag. I was looking at the stuff in the container. Shook the bag. Like that was
It worked.
yeah. Get in the bag.
Yeah, we'll go for it. It worked. It's all in the bag. Happened somehow. And I'm actually probably just gonna chop the garlic with the food chopper too. Might as well.
Be interesting to see how it does in there once it's frozen and thawed.
Perfect. Looks good to me.
Looks good. All right. In the bag.
In the bag.
Oh, my eyes.
Yeah.
Strong onion.
Only the best for you.
Yeah, only nice.
Yeah.
That's a strong onion.
Okay, so we're gonna open these tomatoes and throw them in.
All right.
Good old dump there. And then the beans. You said you're okay with.
Yeah, and I did extra beans. I did 2 cans of beans because
Fancy.
well, I like the beans. Toot, toot.
That's Soren's favorite part too.
Yeah.
We have one recipe that has beans and ground beef, and he like picks out every bean and eats them. And see how long that lasts for.
Yeah.
There we go. And this is why it's lightning fast, because it's literally just like take things, throw them in bag, call it a day.
And if you really wanted to meal prep, like if you didn't want the sodium, or you could potentially parboil your own beans, and but I mean that kind of it adds more time on the prep end if you have it, but this gives you time on the prep end. And I mean, we've made a week's worth of food in 2 hours.
And they come in handy so much. Like I know you're supposed to like, thaw them right and stuff, but every once in a while we're just like, oh no.
Yeah, you just throw it in a pan.
What's for dinner? And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, we know what's for dinner. And that's just a nice thing to be prepared for sometimes.
Yes, absolutely. The children are here.
Yes, I think that could make things.
That's okay. It might get crazy. Don't worry about it. It'll be okay. It sounds like someone may not have napped.
Sounds like it could be special out there. All right. Okay, so 3 tablespoons. And I am using a little measure all cup, which is nice for measuring goopy things especially, and it has all of your math on the side of it, which I personally like. If you're trying to double a recipe and trying to figure out like how much 6 tablespoons are, then you can do it right under there and see what it's equal to, and then you just pop it out.
Perfect.
There we go. And leftover tomato paste, I like to take it and freeze it in little tablespoons.
I do that
balls.
too. Yeah.
And then when you need another 3 tablespoons in a recipe, sometime you have 3 tablespoons.
Did someone put some? Oh.
Oh, no salt brand of beans.
Oh, yeah, I didn't get the no salt ones. Yeah. I just got the blue menu ones, which is like the higher in fiber. I don't know, but I didn't get low salt. We don't have any salt issues in our place, so I tend to not buy the no salt stuff because we don't.
And we're just gonna throw in this whole packet.
Let's do
and
it.
We're just gonna like flavor
try it
burst
and
you.
see, yeah.
I did it with mine. There was a lot of flavor and it was, and I like a lot of flavor.
Me too. It's
Like,
so good.
I know.
And you could add like I have hot lemon peppers growing in my garden right now. So if you really wanted a zing, you could throw like one pepper in there or a jalapeno or like, you know.
And I think that's
I think that's it.
everything that goes
Yeah.
in there.
So if you wanted to make it spicy, you could definitely throw in a pepper or two or three or whatever,
But
whatever your palate calls for.
The Chipotle has a good kick though.
Yeah, it
too.
does, yeah.
So I think even if
Try it first and then see, like,
Chris and I are just going rogue, going
Yeah.
wild here.
look at those colors, look at that layer. Look, nice.
So you get lots of veggies, go lots of protein. got
Awesome.
All the things. Now, if I'd say we definitely still want a double bag.
Yeah, I would double bag this one, just in case it, you know.
But
just
that's
in case
it.
It does the
That's-
thing in the freezer. Oh, wait, let's do it this way. Just, yeah, let's let temp fade. Then we throw in our little paper.
Yep. There we go. And
That's it.
the very last thing that we're going to do is
Throw that in our bag.
make your beef
Over there.
stroganoff. You know,
And the best part is you don't have to, the best part about doing this is you don't have to then go around and go, oh my gosh, where's the recipe? What did I do with the recipe? I had this frozen bag of stuff because it's right here in a little printout and you can just, and it's clean and it's in between the bags. So once you take your outer bag off, you can reuse that for the same recipe if you want to, which is awesome.
first started, last done.
And see the little spatula scoop, you show your stuff.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. It's a kitchen shovel.
Yep. Works awesome.
Also known as, oh my goodness. How am I forgetting what this thing's called?
Spatula scoop. I don't know.
There's a scoop. Scoop of something. But it's basically a kitchen shovel. And if I had half a brain on me, I would remember what it was called.
Where are
at this
we?
moment. Oh, it's not listed on
Oh,
there.
it's not?
That was just my own creation.
Oh.
I just think like there's not a time that you're not going to need a kitchen shovel in your kitchen, like for using for lasagna, for desserts, for
Yeah.
whatever, like everybody needs a kitchen shovel. And there are not enough. I feel like it's scoop and serve, but it might not be that. It's probably not.
It might be scoop and serve. I can't remember. I know the scoop, something called like something like that.
All right.
And. Well, would you look at that?
7 meals, and we are just over the 2 hour.
Yes,
So like 7 meals, those will save your butt. Like think of those busy nights and
Yeah.
you can take them out the night before, put it in your
Even if
fridge.
you're not busy, even if you're like, so like Faye and I are both retired. But I mean, it's just nice to have this because you always have that, it's 2 o'clock and like, oh, what are we gonna make? What are we gonna do? What are we? So, you know, you take one day and you prep this and then now all of a sudden you have your meals. So you don't have to you can just go downstairs and rip out one of the bags and say, hey, that's what we're gonna have tonight. So there's no guesswork of both of us going, what are you gonna do? What do you wanna eat tonight? What are we having for supper? Or what do we, you know? It's
So there
just
is that.
nice. Yeah.
Any questions come up at all, let me know, reach out. I'm always happy to chat foodie. And thank you, Trish, so much for
This is so much fun.
suggesting we do this.
This
Because
is so much fun.
this was a lot of fun and
Yeah.
they're very practical and now you have stuff and I'm
Yeah.
really excited to hear what you think. I'm excited to hear what you guys think. When you make it, if you want to share a picture on the group. anything
Scoop
like
and
that.
serve spatula.
Yeah, scoop and
Yeah.
serve spatula. There we go. Yeah, but it's awesome, isn't it?
Yeah. So we'll, what do you want to do? Do you want to do the
Yes,
draw?
yes,
How do you
yes.
want to do this? Do you want to make a wheel?
1 second. I have a wheel. I have a wheel.
You have a wheel?
I have a wheel.
Oh, okay. Here, look. I'll number everybody. 1, 2,
All right.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Okay.
9. So Cheryl Weir 1, Amelia Pennington 2, Shar 3, Shauna 4, Amanda 5, Sylvie 6, Jess 7, Elizabeth 8, and Janine is 9.
Okay,
So you don't have to type in the names, you just put in from 1 to 9 now.
good.
Yeah, just saves us from like. There's your numbers. Well, I wrote them down so that.
Number of names to pick, 3. 1, 3, and 7.
So Cheryl, Shar, and Jessica Pittman.
Awesome. Well, you guys, I think I have all of your addresses actually. So unless something
can
has
take Jess's.
changed, then just you'll get a little something in the mail, and Jess, you'll get
Yeah.
it from Trish.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you guys so much.
You might get it from me.
Thank you. Thank you. I want to hear what you think.
All right. And Caitlin will post the link.
Yes, I will post the
For
link for the replay.
Tasty. Oh, and the tasty buds. Tasty
Yes.
taste buds.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will post that as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.